And the Most High saying that to warn us, if you accept these, these wicked uh, Catholic priest doctrine, you will be in trouble. But guess what? We didn't listen. Our forefathers accepted the faith, and look what happened to us. Yes, I think I've spoken too much. Yatsamba, the ideology of KIMPA VITA. Luyala.
Atonda Masaka family, for those who are joining us, thank you, all of you, and everybody who are watching us from YouTube. Family, we are busy speaking about KIMPA VITA. As Mama Matuzola said, Arias Carbon. Every time Zambia will raise somebody among us to represent Tatan Zambia's power, authority, to bring the people in a righteous way. The Bible says, family, that my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Unfortunately, our ancestors, they were losing the knowledge. They were losing the African spirituality. That's why KIMPA VITA family, she was born in the middle of a great conflict in Congo Kingdom. This conflict, it wasn't only external conflict when the Portuguese European came, but it started as an internal conflict. Our ancestors, they wanted to take the power without consulting Zambia, without following the rules. And they wanted it so bad that when the European came, unfortunately, they found them a little bit weak. That's why it was almost very easy for them to start implementing something else. But thanks Tata Zambia that, as Pang Benica said, KIMPA VITA was born. Family, ideology of KIMPA VITA. Every time we speak about ideology, it's about vision, mind, idea. What does the KIMPA VITA wanted for us to have? KIMPA VITA family, she wasn't a normal lady in the kingdom. She was part of the royal family. She knew very well about Congo Kingdom. She knew how the kingdom was made. But something makes me say that when she was born, unfortunately, Banza Congo was no more the capital city. That's why she was born, to restore, to bring Banza Congo to become again the capital city, for Kingo to rise. Let's go, Sister Laura, point 8.
Ideology of KIMPA VITA. KIMPA VITA proved to be a different girl from those in her days. Her first prophecy in 1703 was that Tata Nzambi would punish the Congo. KIMPA VITA fell ill.
Let me just stop the first, sister. You see, she started proving that she wasn't a normal lady, a normal woman. Please, my mother, this is also for you. Don't think that you are nothing. Consider yourself as a valuable vessel in Zambia to Lendo. When KIMPA VITA started her ministry family, she was about 16 and she died very young, 22 years old. You see? So she believed that she was sent for something. So why she believed that, family? Just because of a name, Vita. Vita means war. somebody who was sent to start a war, to fight against something, against a system. You see, she was carrying already a name of somebody to come in and set free others. So she proved that she was different when she gave this great prophecy. Congo kingdom would be punished by Nzambe Mpungu Tulendo. And the question is this one, why? If Congo kingdom that we say most of the time or always that is the Congo the Antotela, the embassy of heaven in earth. Why Nzambe would punish his own embassy on earth? Let's talk about this on our comment. Remember that our ancestors, they started accepting other ideology, another belief, another God. And that Nzambe is very jealous. When Nzambe saw already that my people, they were taking another road. That's why in KIMPA VITA, full of the Mwanda Villa, she came out and said to the elders family, if we continue like that, Nzambe would punish our kingdom. Luvuva moon.
Yalla.
Now let us understand where she got all that power, where the spiritual strength of KIMPA VITA came from. Let's go, Sister Laura.
KIMPA VITA fell ill and claimed that the spirit of Santo Antonio, a Catholic saint known in the Kingdom of Congo, had possessed her. Santo Antonio, when alive, was a Catholic priest considered a saint and who supposedly operated miracles.
You can continue, Sister.
He had so much power that he was both respected and feared among Congo Africans. KIMPA VITA announced that the spirit of Saint Anthony in her body would make her have contact with the other world, the spiritual world, and that she would die every Friday to be resurrected every Monday. During that time, she would be dead or a trance. She would receive from the spiritual world, through the influence of Saint Anthony, direct messages from Tata Nzambi to the people of Congo.
You can go, Sister.
It didn't take long for KIMPA VITA to become famous. Despite being very young, people came from all over the Kingdom of Congo to Mbanza, Congo to hear and learn about her. Many of the inhabitants of the kingdom were desperate and in search of answers. Others sought miracles for their own lives. Given the social and cultural collapse in which the kingdom found itself, meanwhile, the internal struggles led many Congolese, Congo Kingdom's people to beg Nzambi for some miracle. Many even thought that KIMPA VITA was the answer to their prayers. On the first Friday of KIMPA VITA's death, great nobles of Congo, including politicians and military personnel, controlled her body to make sure the prophecy would really be as KIMPA VITA had stated. According to historians, KIMPA VITA's body was completely immobilized in her bed every Friday night. People believed that she had really died and waited patiently until Monday for her resurrection. On the first Monday morning that KIMPA VITA opened her eyes, The people, including members of the royal court, began to fear her.
Louvor Amun.
Yalla.
Yalla.
Matondo Masaka, Sister Laura. According to the History family, KIMPA VITA was the spirit of Santo Ode Holy Antonio, Priest Antonio, was upon sister of KIMPA VITA. This priest, this Catholic priest, he was somebody well respected in the kingdom. She was like one of these European that only the skin that was white, but inside she was really a pure person. And he used to do a lot of miracles. So I know that most of you may think, but he was from a Catholic. Yes, he was a Catholic person, but he was against everything that the Catholic people were doing to Africans. So this Catholic priest was a powerful man that everybody in the kingdom respected him so much. So family, KIMPA VITA, as we read, she was already elected according to the prophecy that said that one lady would come and free the kingdom. She was full of the power of the Mwanda Velela. And according to her personal testimony, she said that the spirit of this Catholic priest Antonio was upon her, that she used every Friday die and resurrect on Monday. How come die? It wasn't a physical death, but it was a transition for her to go in the spiritual realm to receive the revelation from above. You know what we for those who have watched Black Panther, when a king is about to rule, out of the blue, I don't know what they do, but he drinks something that he reconnects with his ancestors in the spiritual realm, and then his ancestors start revealing him what to do. Family, this is true. Once again, it proved that the true spirituality was made, or it started in Congo. We were already doing all of this. So KIMPA VITA just proved to us that Bantu, or a true Muntu, doesn't die. Only the body that goes back to the dust. But the spirit, it remains alive. And then the spirits can communicate to us. It is not us who communicate to the spirit. It is a spirit communicating to a spirit. That's why the body of KIMPA VITA had to look like she was dead. So family, during Friday, Saturday, Sunday that she was gone, Nzambe was revealing her deep stuff. Remember that she was only a young, but she was part of a very deep spiritual school in Congo, that she learned a lot about his spirituality. That's why Nzambe Mpungu chose her to be the first or one of the spiritual leaders in Congo Kingdom. So family, when she came out like on Monday, because everybody thought that she was dead. And then they are seeing this lady that he passed away. She's coming back again to life normally. That was the first miracle she did. To look like she was dead, but she wasn't, to come back to life. So when she came back, remember that she was part of the royal family in Congo Kingdom. So everybody started being afraid, fearing, and respecting her because of the authority that KIMPA VITA was coming with. And somebody can ask, but where was she, family? She was taken to heaven. She was taken to the spiritual dimension to see the spiritual things, to come back and to set free, Congo Kingdom. And let's see what was a prophecy after she came from this spiritual transition. Please, Sister Laura, can you just read to us?
KIMPA VITA brought a powerful message to the people of Congo. Prophesying in Kikongo, KIMPA VITA said, Tata Nzambi orders that Mbanza Congo be restored as the capital of the Kingdom of Congo, as it is the ancient Jerusalem in which Yesaya Congo was born. Kuswa Congo, Mary, and all the prophets were from Congo. They were born in Congo and spoke Kikongo. All of Christ's disciples were from Congo, and Jerusalem was the city of Mbanza Congo. The kingdom of Congo must be reunited around a new kingdom to whom all the people must obey. Nzambi ordered me to build a new church different from this Catholic church, and all the people of Congo must convert to that church and unite around King of Congo.
Louvor, come on.
Yeah,
Did you see, family? When you are in the spirit, you see things differently. And our ancestors knew the power of Congo Kingdom. But since they were in the flesh, they forgot what they had. And KIMPA VITA was reminding them once again. But this time she brought something different. And she told them, family, that the capital city of Congo, that is Mbanza, Congo, spiritually is the ancient Jerusalem where everything started. All the great prophets, Isaiah, and so on, they were born here in our land. Back on the days, family, Africa was not called Africa. This name of Africa didn't come from us. Many people we used to call Africa another name. And one of the names to represent Africa was Congo. And it was in Congo that Nzambi started everything. But the Catholic, they brought something else to us. That's why KIMPA VITA stood up full of the power of the Mwanda Vedala to start opening the eye of his own people, telling them, Mbanza Congo, where you are is the ancient Jerusalem. Is the true city of Nzambe, Ompungu, Tulendo, Luvuva Moon.
Yala.
Are we coping, family?
Ngeta.
For those who have already read Pastor's Melo book, I think everything will start making sense now. Pastor Melo said Kikongo is the powerful language, is the most powerful language of the world. And then KIMPA VITA comes out and say that back on the days, our ancestors, everything we see, first language was Kikongo. You see how amazing it is, family. So let's thank Benika. Can you say something about us, this great prophecy of KIMPA VITA to Congo Kingdom?
Toda Mastraka, it's Samba. Luvuva family. All right. Family, just a question. Are we understanding very well?
Ingeta.
All right. You know, some more like Israel content. That is very important content for us to embrace and for us to learn as well. Bratsamba already spoke on KIMPA VITA, that she was not a normal person, right? And those words on point 13, you know, those were revelation that's revealed, right, as a prophetess. The origin, the essence of the patriarch of the Bible, the origin, even the true origin, the true original identity of even, you know, the person we call Jesus Christ and his disciples, right? But some other day we'll go through it. How, you know, everything ended up there in Africa, in that part of Africa now called Middle East. That's not for today, right? So we'll be speaking some other day. Yes, but and I guess some people get you know, curious when Brother Samba spoke about, you know, a Catholic priest, you know, possessing KIMPA VITA's body. All right? What did you think about that, family? Is that possible? Is not possible? Is that good? Is that evil? What went through your mind? Can you just tell quickly? Nobody?
Well, if I had not had the background information about the Vatis, then I may not have understood that. But being that having the information about the Vatis, along with having the revelations of the things that the Catholic Church has stolen and manipulated, if I had not known these things, then it would have been hard for me to understand that. But given that I have understood these things, I can understand it.
Mama Tuzola, she was, you know, Mama Tuzola, you know, you were Catholic, right? Your background is Catholic, right?
Right. I grew up as a child in it.
Don't regret from being a Catholic, right? You were placed there for a reason, to understand, you know. That background is nice. That's why Mosai says, you know, everything works for our own good. That was good. And now I guess you know, you're understanding, even now you understand the full picture now. Family. Anybody else want to say something? Mama Royal says Most High can use anybody at any time, of course. Anybody else want to add something quick? What went through your mind when you saw that? That the white man, a Catholic priest, you know, after he was dead, now he comes and possessing Mama KIMPA VITA to deliver a specific message through her body. What went through your mind when you saw that, family?
That was very puzzling to me. I'm like, huh? Until brother Tusamba explained, and as Mama Royal said, I came to the realization that Tata Zambi can use anybody at any time.
Masaka, sister. Let me tell you something. We hate nobody. We hate no color. We hate no colors. We don't hate white or black and yellow. We're not against hatred. All right? Because I say that because many people, just the fact you mentioned a white man, a Catholic priest, you know, possessing a black person, they're like, no, that's impossible because white are devil. This is what many people believe. We don't believe that way, right? And the sister Kesa said that was fantastic. Mama Matuzola, Mama Royal said that was fantastic. Let me tell you something. You have to, shall I say this? You know, let me say this. In a medical, but don't misunderstand me, right? But let me say something. In a medical aspect, they fight poison with poison. For example, if you're bitten by a snake, in order to prevent you from not to die, they have to block that poison using a stronger poison. Does it make sense, family? Anybody understand medicine?
Yes, that makes sense.
This is how it works. This is how it works. You know, that's why in South Africa, even the medication, they call it drugs. That's how they call medication. When they give you strong medication to fight any bacteria, they give you drugs. But the intention is not to drug you. They give you in the right proportion for a purpose. You know, and that drug helps you, you know, to fight any bacteria in your body. And I guess, you know, you understood me. You understood the point in which we want to make. It was important, you know, and another thing, not all black people, not all white people are evil, no. Many are, all right? Many are. And those who are clean of heart, we can count them. If I can say only few, I rest my case, yes. Only few, that's the truth, period. Only few are good. Many, if I can say most, yeah, there are many evil, you know. But anyway, what I want to say that not all of them are evil, although many are, but not all of them. And the Bible was saying, even back in the days, there were some, when they arrived to the land, they were priests, you know. In their heart, you know, as a human, they had a good intention, although the agenda was wicked. But in their heart, they were like, man, this is wrong. What we are doing here, using the Bible, this is wrong. This is wicked act. Yes. That's why some of them, they had to, you know, they had to dodge the instruction from their wicked, you know, kingdom, against our kingdom. And some were good. That's why also some were killed. And this saint, the Most High used him. Why? You know, it was known amongst the Catholic saints. It was known. Imagine if the Most High used another African ancestor to use Mama KIMPA VITA and to speak to the Catholic. Will they know? Will they knew English? Will they know? Will they know that? Anyway, family, did you understand my question? English is not my language, sorry.
They wouldn't believe.
They wouldn't believe. Thank you very much. They wouldn't believe. That's why it's important for the Most High to use a person who was holy, you know, to possess Mama KIMPA VITA and to confront them. That priest, through Mama KIMPA VITA, the Most High used her as a means to confront the other white who were evil and were busy doing evil in the land. I'm emphasizing that to clarify, you know, that area that has been in our mind, because some people, they don't believe in Mama KIMPA VITA just because of that little stuff. But somebody, you believe that? Some people, you know, especially in the diaspora, they don't believe in Mama KIMPA VITA just because she was also used by a white man's spirit. Because of that, they're like, no, she was fake. She was fake. But today, we're telling you, family, she was not fake. Let me ask you this, especially our brothers and sisters, you know, everywhere, Caribbean, Europe, but especially in America. Let me ask you, how often the Most High use white people to save you, especially back in slavery, right? Even now, how often we even use them to benefit our own? Because, you know, there are places you can enter. Sometimes, you know, I was breaking with Brother Courtney. You remember when you stayed in London? Yeah. If you're driving a car, you want to go to a place. Sometimes you have to give a place to a white man because he's white to facilitate you some jobs, right?
White people, that's white people era. And as a black man, once I'm going through that era, I must get stopped by the police. They're gonna pull me, definitely. What are you doing in here?
Yeah.
You get me? But when me and that white people rolling through that place, nah, they're not gonna pull me.
You see? Family, does it make sense? So we are trying to say that to explain so that those who believe on those with that ideology, you know, the fact that that man was white and she possessed Mama KIMPA VITA, Mama KIMPA VITA was fake. No, that's not true. But Most High used that brother for a purpose, to confront his own kind European priest and tell them, you know what you're doing is wrong. And this is how it works in the Turquoise Assembly. That's why we told you. When the spirit possesses a body, we don't just listen to the people, to the priest, spirit. We ask, who are you? And the spirit revealed the name. That's why the spirit of that European priest, through Mama KIMPA VITA, also revealed his name and told his kind, the other white priest, that what you're doing is wrong. Why? We've been assuming that these people are cursed. They are black. They are cursed. But where I'm coming from, in Zioni, they rule Zioni. There are many of them there in Zioni. That's why stop. What you're doing is stop. Family, are we understanding each other?
Yeah.
That was the reason. He died, he left. Zama say, hey, you know, you see a lot of black people in heaven. Because, you know, Brad Samba, we were talking, Brad Samba told, you know, they used to teach you that in heaven there is no black people, only white. But that man had to go in heaven or in Zion and see a lot of black faces and come back and say, wait, and tell to the white priest that what you are doing is wrong. Why? We teach them that, you know, black are evil, but in Zioni, where I'm coming from, they rule that place. Family, are we understanding?
Yes, sir.
That was the purpose. The Most High allowed the spirit of Santo, that priest, Santo Antonio, to come and use Mama Kimpa Vita to fight against his own kind, repeating it. Sister Laura, can we go please to point 14, please?
KIMPA VITA also declared herself against all Catholic idols and all images of Jesus and white apostles, which the Portuguese Catholics used to convert the people of Congo. She proclaimed that the Catholic Church was European and did not benefit the kingdom's people.
Okay,
Despite
sorry, sister. Family, you know what the spirit of that Catholic priest was doing through KIMPA VITA? Now that man who possessed Mama Kimpa Vita is speaking through her. She's prophesying through the spirit and saying, you know what? All these idols that were brought to them and all this image of Jesus Christ as white was wrong. Was wrong. Why? Because what I saw there in Zion, where I'm come from Zion, too much black that side. Do you remember Revelation? I think it's 1:14. Do you remember that, family?
Yes.
Somebody had to come back and to correct them. That was the purpose, once again, of that. Yes, sister, please.
Despite the fact that KIMPA VITA herself at birth was baptized as a Catholic and was given the new Portuguese name Beatrice, which is why she became known as Donna Beatrice. But KIMPA VITA rejected any and all foreign names placed upon her and her people, and she denounced those names of the devil. The names of Tata and Zambi were the African names. KIMPA VITA announced that if the people of Congo embraced the white man's religion, they would risk disappearing and the kingdom of Congo would be occupied, divided, and destroyed forever. KIMPA VITA preached that salvation for Congo lay in the unity of the people. Yala.
Yala.
Very important. Point 15. The names of God. That means the name for God in African language, or even the true name for God were the African names, the Bantu names. Because in Asia, I don't know how they call God, but in China they have the dragon. In Europe, they just say God. What is God? What is the etymology of the word God? They have Zeus, they have many funny names and stuff. But here is this mystery. The true name of the Most High is in Kikongo language. But some will say, I don't believe that, because the Bible doesn't say so. Well, do you know even in heaven, there are angels who bears Kikongo names, or let me say African names? Where there is an angel called Angel Kayengele. Have you heard about that, family?
Oh.
Yes, the powerful angel. His name is Kayengele. 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 Now listen. The name of the angel is Kayengele. He's on the list of the angels Simon Toko, made for them to come down and speak to African. This angel, his name is Kayengele. And back in the days when the Catholic priest brought their doctrine, the song of revolution to deny that Catholic doctrine was Ngiele, Ngiele, Mozilla Congo. Ngiele, Ngiele, Mozilla Congo. And the name of this powerful angel is Kayengele. Kayengele. Ngele, Ngele, Mozilla Congo. Kayengele. Family, does it make sense?
Ingeta.
Ingeta.
The name of the angel was Kayengele, and Ngele, Ngele means, the way. We have to follow the way, the right path of Congo that will bring us salvation. And then Mama KIMPA VITA kept on prophesying that we have to unite because Congo was collapsing. Many disunity. Some they believe the word the white man brought. Some they refused. So we were divided. And the Bible says, two kingdoms divided. Can anybody help me out?
A
Cannot
kingdom
stand.
itself cannot.
Cannot stand. That was the truth. That was the reason that caused our kingdom to totally collapse and being destroyed. But if the word they brought was good, as some priests they even preach, how come you will bring a good word that will cause other kingdom to collapse and being destroyed? How come? Or the word was good for sure, but your intention was evil and wicked. That's why once again we say, we accepted the Bible, but we refused all the doctrine on top of the Bible that they impose on us. And that was the main goal of Mama KIMPA VITA. And that's why she was seen as an enemy of the Portuguese government. And as a result, the result was the reaction that some